I remember my first, it was Julie's little cousin. He was about 5 years old. I walked out. He was the first to speak to me, and he said, "How many bad people did you kill?" They were the first words I got when I arrived back. It is life-consuming. It's soul-consuming. It's hell. I'm not sure how to explain PTSD. You look at people and you want to kill them. You want to force your hand into their chest and rip their heart out. You want to smash into them in your car. It's just a horrible disease, PTSD. Just horrible. I was conscripted into national service, but basically it was a lottery, and it was your birthday date was pulled out of the barrel, and that was it. You got a letter to go to report to Marrickville to be in national service for 2 years.
Yeah, Rex was good fun, you know. He was very caring, because I don't think he had many girls in his life either. So, yeah, Rex was a lot of good fun.
When I went to Vietnam, I was 20 years old. So, a 20-year-old at that age thought this will be a bit of an adventure. And it was. When I went into the army, I had no realisation of what war was, what the army was, what would happen. I just lived for the day, being that age. My experience of Vietnam was it was a hot, humid, and then it would change to a dry, hot place. It smelt like a wet dog's kennel. It was a place that turned you into an animal. You felt when you came back you were less than human. It was a place where, because of my childhood, I had great empathy for people there, for children. It was a place I felt I never should have left. That I should have died there. I still feel that way. I feel that I failed the people there. When I came back, I felt that was my home, not Australia. At least the people there cared.
We were walking down Cronulla not long after Rex got home from Vietnam, and a jackhammer started up where someone was just jackhammering into the concrete somewhere around us. And Rex hit the ground. You know, he just completely lost it and hit the ground as if someone had thrown a grenade or something at him. And I just stood there. I didn't know what to do. I had no idea what was wrong with him. He didn't know what was wrong with him. in a way I was embarrassed. Now it wouldn't worry me at all because I know what's going on, you know, but yep, I was embarrassed.
Julie's uncle, who used to be in the fire brigade, said, why don't you give the fire brigade a go? He said, it's a good, stable job, money's not too bad, make a future of it.
It was hard to know what he was feeling because he would have a bad fire and he would come in and say, they're bag tagged and on their way. And I'd just say, you know, well, don't you think you should talk to someone? And he'd say, no, they're bag tagged and on their way. And that was that.
I felt that I was going to make things right by rescuing people. This was going to make up for what I didn't finish in Vietnam. The kids that were left behind then, I tried to adopt one of the Vietnamese kids when they came over here, but I don't think they let Vietnam veterans adopt the kids. So that was going to make up for it all. I was going to be one of those hero firefighters that saved people. It didn't work out that way either. So.
Her name was Heidi Kim, in a fire, and he actually stood on her hand. He apparently had stepped over her to start with, and then when he was backing out, because he knew he had to find there was 2 kids there, he stood on her hand. And when he looked down, he could see her face burnt, you know, with no eyebrows, no eyelashes and all that sort of thing. And that made him then go and seek another job in the fire brigade.
You joked about things, you talked about things, and then you pushed it back down. It was no longer there, you moved on to the next thing. Eventually, all that bubbles up. It all bubbles up. I'd had everything I wanted in the brigade. I had a successful career. They were paying me specialist wages. Suddenly they gave me something that I'd set as a goal, but I never realised that I would ever have possibly get to that goal. And that was the Australian Fire Service Medal, the Queen's Birthday Honour. That was the beginning of the end. That was, they took my one goal away. I couldn't see any further past that. And that's when I broke down.
The clubhouse does heaps for their members because they understand one another, they understand what each one's been through, and it gives them a chance to be with somebody that really does understand what you have been through, and you know, they enjoy their bike rides and what have you. So yeah, the club has really given me back Rex.
It's very hard when they're doing the biking bashing, especially the government and the police, because they see the patch on your back and immediately they think bikies. They're all bikies, which we're not. And you just feel a part of something, you know, you feel a part of a brotherhood. You're there to help people, people help you. It's just something that you totally missed after you got out of the army, the camaraderie, or camaraderie, and just the brotherhood that you have in the club. So,
in a way it does make them feel normal, but it also gives them someone else to talk to. You know, Rex can sit there till 2 or 3 in the morning talking to them and getting it out of their system. But so I don't really know what normal is really, for them anyway.